And today we're going to be playing some Madden 20. So I'm going to play against Seattle.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. Okay, coach, so the snow and rain have stayed out of the forecast, but we're in for a cold afternoon at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 230.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cassius Marsh in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst,
now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well,
safety.
I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now it's Wilson. That's caught by Penning. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw is going to be incomplete.
Now they got to punt it.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 56 yards. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. That is caught. It's Juju for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 39 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Seahawks back on the field here, getting set for their next drive. You know, this is a team that, great record this year, double digits and wins again, but they have played a lot of close games in 2019, haven't they?
They think it's character building, and they think it's going to serve them well come the cauldron of the playoffs. That when you play those intense games, those close games, they've been there before. Look at them. They beat the Steelers by 2. They beat the Bengals by 1 on opening day. How about the game against the Browns? Just by 4 against them on the road. A field goal better than the Niners in overtime. So they've been there. They understand it. There's an author named Angela Duckworth who wrote a book called Grit a few years ago. Pete Carroll, the head coach, really bought into that, and that idea of having a gritty, tough team. And we've seen evidence of it in 2019.
That's a great point, though. Come playoff time, if it's a one-score game down the stretch, they're not going to be daunted. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively. They're getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They're in coverage to knock it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big
I'm just going to punt it. I don't care.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. On 2nd down now. It's Carson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 22 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On 1st down. Carson looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense trots back out. Charles, this is a team beginning of the year. You think back, they started 1-4. And it's a string of 15 consecutive non-losing seasons. We thought that was going to be snapped. Turns out it won't be snapped. It'll go to 16 consecutive seasons without a losing record. For Mike Tomlin, is this maybe his most impressive coaching job this year?
I don't think there's any doubt about it in my mind. And I know that when you win a Super Bowl, there's nothing more impressive than that. But as you mentioned, starting 1-4, and then go back to this. Ben Roethlisberger, their starting quarterback, their franchise face, no, gets hurt out pretty early. Mason Rudolph, very inconsistent. Remember, they traded Joshua Dobbs in the preseason, so they turned it over to Devlin Hodges, an undrafted free agent out of Samford. That's in Birmingham, Alabama, folks. Nicknamed Duck because of the duck calling championships in his past. I think that's who they hand the ball to down the stretch and ride with Duck Devlin all the way to...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Quentin Jefferson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner taking it in. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The drive starts for the completion, left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's caught inside the 30. Taking it right down Broadway.
Yeah.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette, but now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Leaves it for Penny. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Open man, it's Madden. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's second down. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so because of the number.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, he'll just get rid of this one deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He's going to launch it for Washington. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 56 yards. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. This is Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Complete to Washington. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Touchdown, Steelers!
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, a give to Penny. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Because I wanted it.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quitting him.
0.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And Dixon has it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Myers' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here we go, here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep. He's got a man complete. 36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Again, a run with Conner. And an alley to run. Refusing to go down. Breaks free again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, 33 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. He will push his way down to about the 14. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the draw, this is Penny. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
46-yard line.
Now Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. And maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Wilson now. Going to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Fighting through pressure, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very managed. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play.
Alright guys, I'm going to end the video right here. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys in the next video.